Alright, I have 24 hours to make or break 15 different juggling records. Here are the rules. Alright, so the rules for making a record are these. Number 1, I say what the requirements are. Number 2, I have to add a new constraint to each record. And finally, number 3, it has to be something I believe has not been recorded before. Now for the rules of breaking a record. There's really only one rule, which is I have to follow the rules of whoever previously broke the record. Now, let's begin. Alright, so for this first record, this is a record that I made. It's most squats while juggling 5 balls. It doesn't look that hard, but trust me, it's really hard. The reason I put this record first is because this is the easiest record. They only get crazier from here. So I'm just going to skip forward where I finally get the record. I mean, I don't think anyone's ever recorded 2 sit-ups while juggling 5 balls. So I guess this next record is a made one. It's most sit-ups while juggling 3 balls. Juggling itself isn't that hard, but when you add something on top of it, it makes it a lot harder. Also, the fact that the dresser was in front of me did not make it easier on me at all. This record took multiple attempts, but then I finally got a number of sit-ups that I was happy with. I'm not going to bore you with these next 20 seconds, so I'm just going to speed up the video. Now for record 3. Now this next record is also a made one. You are probably starting to realize that most of these records are made and not broken, and that's because breaking records is a lot harder than making one. Alright, so this next record is longest duration juggling 3 balls with oven mitts. It took a little bit to warm up, but after that, I juggled for a really, really long time. So I'm just going to 15x the speed so you don't have to spend eternity watching me juggle. There we go, another record broken. This next record was a lot harder than I expected. It's a made one. It's most catches while juggling 3 hangers. Let me show you a quick montage of all the fails I had. Alright, enough montage. My favorite fail is the one where I put minimum effort. Let's see a replay of that in slow motion. Alright, enough of that. Let's get to the record. The most catches I got was 12. And that's it for record 4. This next record is most soccer ball juggles while juggling 3 balls. I thought this one was pretty unique. This was a made record. I basically like any sport where you keep an object in the air, like object juggling, soccer juggling, volleyball, etc. I hope to one day get really good at this so that I can do it for a minute straight. I then had this really good run of 3 soccer bounces. I wasn't quite satisfied, so I just kept practicing. For me, the hardest part about this record was juggling the soccer ball, because I have 3-ball juggling nailed, because I have been juggling for years, but soccer juggling, well, I've been doing that for around a month. It took multiple attempts, and many times the soccer ball ran away from me, but then on this one attempt, I finally got 4 soccer bounces. As you can see in the video, I was satisfied with that, so I just ended the video. Oh wait, never mind, I kept practicing. Alright, let's move on to the next record. But before we continue, I want to tell you something real quick. Mid-filming this video, I realized I would not be able to do all 15 records because the footage just did not look good. So I brought it down to 10. Alright, now for record 6. This next record once again is a made one. It is most balls juggled while rollerblading. The reason I put this one so high on the list is because I was risking my juggling balls getting broken, because if my rollerblade ran over it, it would destroy the juggling ball. For example, see right here where I dropped the juggling balls and my rollerblades missed them? That could have ended a lot worse. But sometimes when you do stuff like this, you have to take your chances. After a few attempts, I finally got this run that I was satisfied with 14 catches. Let's move to record 7. Record 7 is where the difficulty really starts to ramp up. From here on, the records get really hard. So for record 7, I need to juggle 3 balls in one hand while bouncing on a pogo stick. One thing that made this record especially harder for me is that I had to hold onto the pogo stick with one hand. And that put a lot of pressure on that hand that I was holding on the pogo stick with, because I have to keep myself upright and staying on the pogo stick. If the world's best juggler stopped because he was tired and sore, he would never be the world's best juggler. That's why you have to keep going, even if you are tired and sore. And that's exactly what I intended to do. And before you know it, I got 6 catches. On to record 8. Now this is where things get interesting. This is actually a world record on Guinness World Records, and it's most objects juggled on a skateboard. The current record is 5 balls, and I'm going to be attempting to juggle 6 balls. Although I don't have any official documents on what the requirements are, I can have a pretty good guess of what they are. Like, your feet must have constantly been on a skateboard, it must have not been downhill, and you have to constantly be juggling. Now, if any of you watching this video don't agree with me, put in the comments and tell me why. Now's a good time to mention, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. These videos take a lot of work to make and hours of editing. Alright, back to training. After a bunch of practice, I finally got 12 catches. The only problem is, I stepped off before the last 2 catches, so I have to restart over. But then, after many attempts, I finally got a qualify of 6 balls.
Yes! Yes! I got it, finally!
On to record 9. Alright, so for record 9, I was trying to get the record for the most balls juggled while doing a pistol squat. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain really quickly. A pistol squat is basically a squat with one foot. The funny thing is that just a few days before filming this, I learned that a pistol squat was a thing. So I was like, that would be a good record to put in my challenge. Now, a pistol squat requires a lot of leg strength and good balance. And, well, I can do a pistol squat. In fact, I can do multiple in a row. But when you're juggling and doing a pistol squat, that requires some insane amount of balance. I spent so much time practicing this one that my leg was exhausted. I just had to stop and end it for the day. Day 2 came around, and I had around only 30 minutes to get this record down. So this was my last chance to get a pistol squat while juggling 5 balls. I tried and I tried and I tried, but I just couldn't get a pistol squat while juggling 5 balls. I just couldn't do it. But either way, I kept trying.
Oh. I don't think I can do it. I might have to try to get it next time. I really wanted to get that one. But I just don't think I'm good enough at pistol squats. I guess we'll have to get it next time.
And that was it. I couldn't get record 9. Now it's time for our last and final record.
Here we go. I'm just kidding. We're gonna do it on the pond. Come on, let's get this thing out there.
Yep, that's right. I'm going to juggle on the pond. Cue the inspirational music. Everything I've done in this video has led up to this. From the fails to the success.
I got it, finally!
I got that.
They all played an important role in this story. And now, for record 10.
Time to actually juggle on the pond.
Record 10, complete.